Rumors were swirling. Headlines across Italy were screaming. Fred Vasseur was on the edge, or so it seemed. Ferrari's rocky start to the 2025 season had triggered a tidal wave of speculation about the future of the team's leadership. No wins, massive gaps to McLaren, mounting pressure, and then came the bombshell headlines. Vasseur could be sacked if things don't improve. But just as the flames were beginning to rise in Maranello, Lewis Hamilton walked straight into the fire and extinguished it with one of the most powerful statements we've heard all season. Speaking ahead of the Canadian Grand Prix, Hamilton didn't hold back. "Fred's the main reason I'm here," he declared. Not quietly, not diplomatically, but with full conviction. In a press conference packed with tension and anticipation, Hamilton cut through the noise and made it crystal clear that he isn't just driving for Ferrari. He's driving with Fred Vasseur. And if anyone thinks the team principal's job is under threat, Hamilton's message is simple. Think again. But that's only the beginning of what he said. So before we go any further, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and stay with us until the very end of the video, because we're going to break down everything Hamilton just revealed, how it ties into Ferrari's internal struggles, and what it really means for the future of the Scuderia. Let's take a step back, because what's happening at Ferrari this season wasn't just unexpected, it was unthinkable. The signing of Lewis Hamilton was supposed to be a seismic shift. A 7-time world champion united with Charles Leclerc, Ferrari's prodigious homegrown talent. It was a dream pairing. The kind of duo you build when you're not just hoping to win, you're planning to dominate. The mission was clear: take down Red Bull, reignite the fire of Maranello, bring the Scuderia back to the top. But 9 races in, that mission is in flames. Ferrari sits nearly 200 points behind McLaren. Not Red Bull, McLaren. In the constructors' standings, they haven't stood on the top step of the podium once. Salvaged a few decent results? Sure. But Hamilton? He struggled to tame the SF25, with his best finish all the way back in your missing race reference. And the pressure, it's suffocating, not just from the outside or from within, because in Italy, where Ferrari is more religion than race team, patience is non-existent. And it wasn't long before the knives came out. Media outlets began to suggest that Fred Vasseur, the man brought in to clean up the mess of the Binotto era, was already being lined up for the exit. Reports claimed the leadership wasn't working, that results weren't good enough, that Ferrari's upper management wanted change, fast. But just when the noise was reaching boiling point, Lewis Hamilton stepped forward in Montreal and made everything stop. With the eyes of the world on him, he didn't dodge the question, he confronted it head-on. "Fred is the main reason I'm here," he said, not whispered, not hedged. Stated outright, a declaration, a line in the sand. And it didn't end there. Hamilton continued saying, "We're in this together." Those 5 words carry serious weight, especially in a team like Ferrari, where unity is often the first casualty of failure. He admitted things weren't perfect. He admitted changes are being made. But rather than pointing fingers or subtly distancing himself, as many drivers might in this situation, Hamilton planted both feet beside Vasseur and said, "We move forward together. I believe Fred is the person to take us to the top." Because make no mistake, Canada is a circuit that leaves no room for excuses. The low-speed corners, aggressive curbs, and brutally unforgiving walls demand absolute precision. Confidence in the car is essential. And for a team that's spent the last few weeks battling headlines more than competitors, it's the perfect stage to silence the noise, or fuel it further. If Ferrari delivers a strong performance, if Hamilton finds pace, if Leclerc keeps up his recent form, and if the strategy team executes without drama, it will feel like a turning point. Hamilton's words in Montreal will be seen as more than just PR. They'll be remembered as a line in the sand, a driver backing his team principle when the world doubted them both. A moment of calm leadership in the eye of the storm. But if things fall apart again, if they're out of contention by lap 10, if the car isn't competitive, or if internal mistakes resurface, then the pressure that Hamilton temporarily pushed back will come roaring back tenfold. And this time, even his unwavering loyalty may not be enough to shield Vasseur from scrutiny. Still, one thing is absolutely clear. Lewis Hamilton isn't flinching. He's not retreating from the challenge. He's not letting the headlines dictate his narrative. He's planted both feet inside Ferrari and declared in no uncertain terms that he's here to build, no matter how long it takes, no matter how difficult it becomes. And right now, that belief might be the most valuable asset this team has. The Canadian Grand Prix is more than just a race. It's a mirror, a moment that will reflect exactly where Ferrari stands and how much weight Hamilton's support really carries. If the team can respond to his leadership, rally behind his words, and find a way to put performance back on the scoreboard, they might just begin to climb out of this early season hole. But whatever the result, this story is far from over. The tension, the stakes, the internal battle for direction, this is just the beginning. So be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and let us know in the comments. Is Hamilton's trust in Vasseur justified? Or is Ferrari on the verge of yet another reset? Whatever happens next, you'll want to be here to see it. Because if Montreal goes wrong, the consequences could reshape Ferrari's entire future. And if it goes right, it could mark the start of something much bigger.